この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Konnichiwa everyone, it's Dan from JaDan.co.uk and today I'm talking about some cultural differences between Japan and England. Cheers for finding my video, I appreciate that. Today's video is all about some differences in society between Japan and England. Of course there's many cultural differences between Japan and England, they're very different countries, the other side of the world from each other for a start, but I mean there are some similarities, but today I want to talk about three differences that I've noticed recently that really hit home and I was like, wow, these things are just inherently different. The first thing I want to talk about today is engagement in like community activities. And this takes a few forms. First one that I really noticed this at is festivals. There's so many festivals in Japan. I mean the big ones are run by the cities and you know they're sponsored by local businesses and funded by local people. But in essence what's still happening is it's an event for the people, by the people. And especially smaller events, that's very much the case. It's an event for people, by people, and there's usually no entry to get into these things, no entry cost. Just rock up and it's pretty much open to everyone that wants to go. And that wouldn't happen in England. I can't remember last time I saw a decent festival that weren't gaining somebody or something. Like, we have country fates and stuff, but you have to pay to get in, you have to pay to park, you know, you just hand over fist. Where in Japan, every festival I've ever been to, I've never paid a penny. And that's kind of cool. And they happen every year and people make sure they happen, they give their time, they give their money, they give their effort to make sure these events live on. And that's pretty cool. Another time I noticed this recently is I went to see a baseball game in Akashi. In Akashi Park there's a baseball stadium, which is weird in itself. And in that baseball stadium there were two junior high schools playing baseball against each other. If this were in England and it were footy, and it were two high schools playing footy against each other, nobody'd be there to watch that. Nobody'd care. It'd be on a field, you'd be treading around dog turds and there'd be no net. Like, that'd be England. In Japan, this stadium is immaculate. It were full of people that had paid money to get in. 500 yen, 600 yen or something, I can't remember what it were. And these are kids playing, must have been about 14, 15-year-old playing baseball in a stadium full of people cheering. Massive professional scoreboard at lot. And I remember sat there thinking like, this is a bit mad. Like, this is just a bit weird. Like, this had never happened in England. And then I looked at the crowd a bit more. I mean, fair enough, there were lots of randomers. But then, like, at either end of the stadium, they were like the brass band from that school, the brass band club or whatever, playing tunes, like, and the other teams that weren't playing, like the older and the younger teams that weren't playing, were cheering, and they got like sticks and they were shouting and singing songs, and all parents were there in same colours and like uniform, and they were all chanting and cheering, and and that were mad. Like, people give up their day to go and cheer for kids who are 14 playing baseball in a stadium. And that's pretty fucking cool. Like, just a bit baffled. And in Japan, high school baseball is really and in Japan, try that again. High school baseball is a big thing. Like, they have a tournament every year. The final of the tournament is held in Koshien, which is a big baseball stadium in Osaka, and it's more popular than professional baseball. More people care about it than they do care about Anshin Tigers or something, so yeah, that's a bit mind-boggling. And another time that I see this kind of like engagement in community activities is people just clearing up the area. Like, you'll see on a Saturday morning outside a mall there'll be a team of people wearing bibs picking up rubbish and just making area clean and making it a nice place to live, or like raking up leaves or something. So yeah, that kind of stuff I don't think you'd see in England, so it's a bit weird. Brings me on to the second point, is respect. This is in a few forms too. Respect in a way that young people have a bit more respect for the surroundings, only a bit. I mean, this is blanket statement, but just for example, I've never seen some chav on back seat or a bus with his Adidas poppers on listening to niche music on his phone. In Japan, nah, I ain't ever seen that. I've seen that in England a lot.
You fucking gay, what are you doing? You stupid knobhead, you gay ass!
You know, just don't see that, and people have got a bit more respect for each other and their surroundings. Like, fair enough, people have their headphones on, but they're not really inconveniencing other people, and they're not going out of the way to just be a dick and prove how hard they are. which I remember in England a lot growing up. Just like, oh, I'm going to sit on back of this bus and I'm going to play me rave music super loud. Well, you're a retard, mate. You what, dickhead? I'll bang you. Alright, cool. So, yeah, that's kind of one of those experiences. And generally respect for their areas. They'll keep areas generally clean until it gets to Friday night and all salarymen are pissed up and leaving the cans or asahi everywhere. But don't worry, because Saturday morning, trash fairies come out and sort it all out. People take the rubbish home. They won't just leave it in park. They won't just scatter it everywhere. And things are generally looked after. Like, if something's broken, it's fixed relatively quickly. If something looks dirty, it's generally cleaned in a way. And overall, things look and feel pretty good. And you'll always see like one glove on a post. That's kind of similar to England. Somebody loses a glove and you'll stick it on a fence post or something. But that kind of brings me on to a third point about honesty. So, in Golden Week, Eddie-chan left her phone in a restaurant. And about 20 minutes later, we're like, oh, I ain't got my phone. Like, oh, maybe it's in a restaurant. My first instinct as an English person was to ring phone to see if it had been switched off. Because if it had been switched off, in England, that means that phone is gone. You ain't getting it back. It's switched off, it's going to get wiped, it's done. Like, wrap it up, go home. Because it's never going to come back. And phone were just ringing. No answer, but it was ringing. So, alright, we'll go back to the restaurant and see if it's there. Went back to the restaurant. As soon as we walked in, they were like, oh, you left your phone. Here you go. And this is, bear in mind, this is an iPhone 8 Plus. Almost brand new. That's a pretty expensive phone. And it was, there you go. And I said to Eddie-chan, I'm like, check it, see if there's any dick pics or all. Because I know what people in England are like. There'd have been a dick pic or two in it. No, not even took a picture on it. So that's pretty trustworthy. So that were a bit of a mind blow. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that a couple of days ago I lost my wallet. Left it in a game centre. Called them next day. They were like, yeah, we've got it. Come pick it up. Yo, got my wallet back. They're in game centre. Sick. So I went back, got everything in it. All my bank cards, it got all my money in it. Nothing touched. In England, I wouldn't have even tried calling them to get that back. I'd be like, that's gone. Money's gone. I'd call my bank and get rid of my cards. Like, but you get it back. In one of the lessons that I teach at work, there's a question. What would you do if you found Ichimanen just on the street? Ichimanen's about 70 quid. And the person who wrote the lesson gave the example answer of, I'd keep it, which is Gaijin way, innit? Every single person, without exception, in Japan who I've taught this lesson to in 2 years, has said, I would take that money to the police box. I'd go and hand it into police. It's nameless money, like nobody's gonna collect it, but every single person said they'd take it to police box. And it's just the way that people are brought up, and that's part of it. And that's pretty cool. In a way, it's pretty cool. So yeah, there's 3 pretty big cultural differences between England and Japan. Today's question is, what's biggest cultural difference you've noticed between a country you've been to and your own country? Comment section below, let me know. Don't forget, hashtag JaDanFam on patreon.com/JaDanDanDan. But that's it. As always, until next time. Jamata!